So this is a little off-the-track thoroughbred that I was working with a few days ago. Um, he really doesn't know anything. Didn't know anything. You can see I'm trying to just see if he'll plop around on the end of the lunge line, and he won't. He's basically afraid of me. You can see always putting himself in a defensive posture like that. I get him to go a little bit. He says, "No, I'm not going to go. No, I'm not going to go." And then he's backing up and he's saying, "You can't make me." And then he's worried about the whip. Well, it's a train wreck. Um, so we're just playing with this right now. I'm putting a pressure on and sort of not pulling too hard. And in this situation, what I like about this technique is it teaches the horse, if it's done right, that he should yield to the pressure and move forward. The danger is some horses that they'll go up and over backwards. So it's best if you're not sure, don't use it. If you are using it, you want to try and do it from an angle off to the side. And whatever. It'd be better sometimes if a horse is backing up like that, just drop the lunge line or walk up to him from the side. But you see here now he's starting to just go on a little bit. We're not doing anything much. Just go ahead, trot around a little bit. And when he stops, see, I just use the whip a little bit. I'm not trying to pull on him or anything. Again, I'm not trying to pull on him or anything here. And you see I'm trying to get to his side instead of right in front of him to get him to move. Now I'm in a bit of a pickle because I don't want him to back up into the camera. So you can see, again, I'm moving to his side and trying to figure out a good spot. And then we did. But you don't want to be straight in front of him because that will encourage a lot of horses to go up and over. And again, I'm staying off to the side. I'm not right in front of him. And he goes a little bit. I don't worry about it too much. I'm trying to get in closer to him. And there I am. And every time I do get up to him, which I'm about to do, I think you'll see I just pet him, loosen up the line, touch him with the whip, and let him know, oh, I'm not going to hurt you with it. But you can see the horse is starting off all upset. Now you notice as I was walking with him right alongside him, I just kept touching him with the whip. And here I'm staying pretty close to him. When you have a horse that's really afraid of the whip, if it's safe for you to be next to him or close to him when you're touching him with the whip and desensitizing him, that's the best place to do it because he really can't get tearing around. You see here, every time I touch him with the whip and it doesn't bother him, I'm decompressing the situation a little bit. So he's still not happy about it, but he's not as panicky about it as he was a few minutes ago. And I have to do this very early on because you can't work with a horse that's afraid of you or afraid of the whip. So the first thing I need to do is take their fear away. That's really all I'm working on. And there's not much technique to this. Just keep him slow, stay next to him, keep touching him gently with the whip. I don't talk to him very much while this is going on. I don't give any treats while this is going on. So there he went for a while. Now you notice I stop him by walking out to him. I don't try and stop him from the center of the circle because he doesn't have that concept yet. So I want to teach him that every time I walk out to him, he should stop, which makes it very easy to work with him here in the ring. And also, it's a nice feature for when you're going to get a horse out in the field. If he sees you coming out towards him and he knows he should stop, that makes him a lot easier to catch. There we go. And again, he is not happy with this whip. But you just keep touching him with it gently the way I am, and every time I touch him and he overreacts and he says, well, it's not bad. This whip is not hurting me. This guy is not hurting me. And you can see now he's starting to get a little more submissive and much more relaxed about everything. There you go. He's sniffing me a little bit now. He's saying, well, okay, who are you? Basically, he's starting to appoint me as leader of the herd of two. That's it. I just keep moving him around, not doing anything fancy, not trying to make him go forward. I'm not trying to make him straight. All what I have to have before I can worry about anything else is calm, relaxed, supple, and elastic. And I got to start with the calm, and that's all I'm doing here. Just easy does it. And there, look at the way he walks off. Still not 100%, but you'll notice now all of a sudden he lunges. Because most of the tension that was in his body that was making him run off and stop and run off and stop is gone. So he's just jogging around. Okay, that's fine. Then I can take the whip, run it up around his head. So this is what, 5 minutes, typical. And you notice the circle is not very big. Okay, so watch. You see how much easier it was to get him going there? That's all. Before we got into these big fights, when a horse is backing up away from you like that, there's something about the situation he's afraid of. So he went back into his fair mood for a minute, but he said, oh, wait, I've got nothing to be afraid of. And there I am, touching him with the whip, bringing it up around the head, his ears, and everything else. Nice and close. And the fact that he went to the walk is great. I'm not going to say, oh, no, you have to trot. I don't care if he walks or jogs. I don't want him going too fast. Yes, you did see the, that's it. And again, come up to him, stop, touch him. See, I'm starting to feel safe with this horse now because he's starting to feel safe with me. And if he's not safe with me, I'm not safe with him. But the more he trusts me, the easier it gets to be around him. Yep, too. There you go. Okay, so now we got a horse we can start to work with. Nice, easy little jog. Tail starting to just undulate easily already. Just a few minutes. Don't want him out on a big circle yet. He's not going to know what to do out there. And I'm perfectly happy that he's stopping like that. And usually at this early stage of training, when they stop and they put their head right up into you like that, they're usually asking you if everything's okay and if they're doing it right, and give a little pat on the head. There's nothing bad. They don't have to stop out on the circumference or do anything fancy yet. Then you see as I walk out, he comes right back to me. You notice I'm not pulling on the lunge line to stop him. My stop or hold command right now is I walk out towards him. Okay, so now I'm changing the lunge line. We're going to go the other way and repeat the process. One of the things I liked about this horse was he's what I call ambidextrous. You teach him on one side and he's got it on both sides. That's less common. Usually, you go through all this on the left side and then you turn around and go to the right side, and it's like what you just did on the other side doesn't count. But this horse, you can see he was like immediately just as good in this direction as he was in the other direction. That happens. It's a nice feature on some horses. You know, they sort of get it. They generalize. But you can see here I am just desensitizing the horse to the whip from this side. And he's perfectly calm and pleasant and happy with it now. And just a few minutes ago, he would have been hysterical about it. So I ask him to go. He's plopping around okay. A little more tension in this side, maybe a little bridle lameness or stiffness or lameness somewhere in there. It's not crippling, but he's probably better off getting a little bit of correct work and suppling. You see, there's not much going on. I forget what the hell what I was talking about there. Next time I work this horse, I'll have a new microphone system, so we'll be able to hear what I'm talking about when I'm doing it. And again, you see I'm stopping him by walking out towards him. Okay, now we're going to start to switch directions. And you'll see I'm going to go out and stop him. We did a few more minutes of just going and stopping. And now I stopped him. And now notice how I crossed in front of him and I'm sending him out to the left. And he's pretty casual about this at this stage. So he goes around to the left for a little bit, and then watch, I'm going to stop to him. See, I switch the whip. So now it's in my left hand, and I walk out to him, and he stops. And then I cross in front of him. I don't try and make him change direction. I just cross in front of him. And this is sort of interesting. And here I am, and again, you see I'm just crossing in front of him and sending him off to the left. I'm not asking him to turn or do anything yet. I'm just changing the way I am. Here I let him go on some more. You notice I walk out to stop him. I walk out to stop him. Oh, good. A little touch on the nose. I cross in front of him, and now I send him off to the right. A little joggy trot, no big deal. You notice I don't wait for very long. We don't need to send him around and around. I stop him. I walk out in front of him and cross him in front of him, and now he's going to the left. Give him a half a circle or so. I change the whip. I go back out to him. Give and take a little on the lunge as I walk out to him. So he's practicing go, stop, getting used to the idea of changing direction. But again, you see, I didn't ask him to change direction. I stepped in front of him. Again, not very long on the lunge line. It was pretty hot out that day. There's no point in getting them all worked out and tired. And again, you saw I crossed in front of him, but it's getting easier and quicker each time. And switch the whip. Walk out to him. Walk out to him. Oh, stop, 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 stop. Now notice that I crossed in front of him and he crossed a little bit in front of me. Did you see that? And he says, oh, we're going the other way. Now I didn't do anything to make him do it that time. I just I'm doing the same thing. But this is nice because you get to see him figure out things, stop him. And again, you see, he took that little half step to his right, and now we're going to the left. So it's not just me crossing in front of him anymore, is it? Then we go off to the left, switch the whip. Here he's like, no, 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 no. What do you want? I'm not sure. No big deal. Again, I'm going to cross in front of him this time. Send him on. Now he decided that time he was turning himself around. So I'm asking him to go to the right. He said, no, I'm going to go to the left. I'm just going to stop him. Now he's just standing there, going back to the left. I start to walk out to him again. And now this is very cool. You see how he's standing there and he's not doing what I'm asking for? I think that's terrific because what that is telling me is he was thinking about what I wanted. And I never get upset if I ask them and they say, let me think about this for a minute. What is it you want again? And they all go through these periods. Again, there, you see that little hesitation where he's thinking about it? That's great. When at the beginning of the video where he was just running in response to the whip and he wasn't thinking about it, that's useless. But if the horse will have a calm, rational response instead of a panicky reaction, you're good. Good set. I have no idea. There we go. Ask him to move on again. So now I'm starting to not just always stop, go, stop, turn. Sometimes it's go, stop. I switch the whip, get him to stop. And then we let him wait for a minute. And then he walks off calmly, and then he starts to jog off calmly. Perfect. Bring the whip around. You can see right away, he saw the whip. He stopped. He's waiting. He's following my lead. I don't know why I'm turning and talking. I should be paying attention to him. And then there it goes. Then we stop. He's waiting, which is perfect. He's got to wait for me. The horse isn't waiting for you. You're not riding him. He's taking you. If a horse isn't waiting for you to tell him what to do, you're not riding him. He's taking you for a ride. I hope you understand the difference there. Hopefully for the next video, I'll have my new little PA, so this will make a lot more sense. Look at how calm and quiet he is. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm giving poor Karina a lecture about something. But look at, he's like, okay, what's up? My turn? You want me to go? Okay, how's this? This okay? Perfect. Good, good, good. And again, he's standing there quietly while I'm going off on some tangent, which is of no interest at all. But I think it's great the way I'm paying no attention to him and he's just standing there quietly waiting for me. That's exactly how it should be. I'm almost glad I can't hear what I'm saying in that little tirade. Bring the whip around. That's it. And I think there again, I'm saying, how isn't that nice the way he's standing there waiting for me, blah, blah, blah. But I love that. You see, I'm really not paying any attention to him at all. He's just standing there as broke as could be. So I think that's where we're going to leave this video off for now. And we'll come back. I think I did a little work with him in the long lines. But you can see I've accomplished what I wanted to do on the lunge line for the day. Ooh, there he goes. Look at the calm response. He says, oh, you want me to go? Okay, I'll go. Nice relaxed tail. Sort of lazy, which is perfect. It's a hot summer day. He doesn't need to be very energetic. Oh, you want me to stop? Okay. Then I go again. I think I'm spending more energy talking than he is working. Oh well, we'll call that a video.